with my beautiful
Okay.
accent. You know what I'm saying?
When you moved from Cameroon to France, did you start some sports in Cameroon, or do you start like very interesting in sports when you arrive in France?
No, I never start any sport in Cameroon. I moved in France when I was 9. It was in 2000, yeah, 2000. And I started combat sport when I was 16. So even way later, you know. So no, not in Cameroon, in France.
Did you play football first?
Yeah, I played football for when I was in Paris. In Paris, I started football when I was 12 or 13. And then I was good, but not that good, you know, not good enough to play first minute, you know, to start the game from the beginning till the end. So I was good. I was really fast, but that's it. But with the ball, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. So that's why, you know, I discovered combat sport because of my cousin. He he came to me and then he say, "Yeah, come, let's go try a full contact." It was full contact. It was that gym in front of our house, and then he said, "Yeah, let's go try." And then when I tried first, I just stayed there, and it was very cool.
Yeah, you liked it right away as soon as you
Yeah,
did.
I really like it right away. And then I just I didn't want to move, you know. And then I stopped football, soccer. I was doing both in same time, you know. After my football training, I was going to the full contact training, and then after a few months, I just leave. I just left football.
And before starting kickboxing or full contact with your cousin, did you have any knowledge about combat sport? Like,
Oh, nothing. And I remember that before I started combat sport, people was asking me if I know something about boxing, and I was lying. I was lying like, yeah, I did boxing. I did boxing 3 years. I did boxing when I was in Paris, but I didn't do. But I think maybe that was like the beginning of of the thinking or in my mind. You know, I was very interested by Muhammad Ali, by Mike Tyson. So maybe that was the beginning in my mind, and then yeah, I just went to that gym and I like it.
that's funny you say that because I did boxing a little bit. Like when I was 17, I started, and
Mhm.
for 2 years I lied. But you'll say, yeah, I box just because I wanted to. But I was
Yeah,
scared to go to the
yeah,
gym, and
that's the
finally I
thing.
went there, and I said, okay, now I box for real.
Yeah. That's what happened.
All
I
right.
was lying like, yeah, I did boxing. I'm very good in boxing. I did boxing. I like it. I was also like I did wrestling. I say that also. And now I'm interested by MMA wrestling because I really love when I watch it. I really love it, and now I'm into it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about MMA in a minute. Just to carry on with kickboxing.
Okay.
How quick did you make some amateur fights in kickboxing?
After 1 year, you know, I made 1 year of training. I improved myself, and then after 1 year, we say, yeah, we can go to competition. So it was very fast.
So after 1 year, did you realize you could do a career out of it?
Yeah, yeah. After 1 year, my coach said, "Let's go, let's go test yourself. Let's go test yourself in the ring. You know, in an amateur fight." So I did my combat debut when I was 17, and then I really like it. Was very cool. You know, was very cool.
And so you fought all around the world. You fought in China too.
I fought in China. I fought in Australia, Melbourne. I fought in USA, Chicago, and yeah, fought. Yeah, I went 4 times in China, and I fought 3 times in China. It was good. I think Australia was the more far I went. Australia is I think it's more far than China.
Yeah, it's a tough flight. You have to
Yeah,
like I remember you have to flight until like either Dubai or Thailand. Wait, take another flight. It's super long flight to go to Australia.
yeah, super long
Super
flights.
tough.
I think it's 24 hours to fly to Australia, Melbourne.
So how old were you when you start fighting at welterweight at 170 pounds?
How old I was?
Yeah.
when I started at welterweight. When I started combat sport, I was fighting 80 kilo. I was under 80
Wow.
kilo,
Okay.
and then when I was 18, 19, I was fighting at 75 kilo. So it was always around welterweight, because welterweight is 77 kilograms. It's
Yeah. So,
170.
so when you grew up, like even at 16, 17, you already grew like pretty early.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so my welterweight debut was when I was at my first fight in Glory,
In Glory, yeah.
So
22, Glory 22.
Glory 22.
Yeah,
Yeah,
against the Switzerland, the Swiss guy. I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah. This is one.
Yannick, right?
Johan.
Johan, my bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
Johan. I
Johan.
remember. And your second fight
And
was
my second
against
fight,
Myrtle in Glory.
Martel. Yeah, Glory Paris,
Yeah,
Glory
28.
24, 28. Yeah, 28. Glory 28.
And I was there. That's what I
Oh, nice.
remember. Yeah. And actually, if I watched that fight yesterday, just to refresh my memory, and when I
Mhm.
watched that Cedric Doumbe compared to like the one who fought Nabiev, I can't even believe it's the same one. I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
it's not the same one at all. Not the same one at all.
And
The I was talking about it yesterday because in the gym they say this one friend say to me the fight against Nabiev, and for him the fight against Nikki Holzken, the first one, was my best fight. And I say, yeah, for me it's also it's my best fight for me, because and I say, when you fight something, I'm the type of fighter who adapt himself in front of the guy he got. And when you fight a guy like Myrtle, he's dirty, he's a dirty style, unorthodox style. His style is very weird. So I have to adapt myself, so I can be clean, I can fight very well in front of him. I have to fight like him, I have to. It's like a street fight. But when you fight again a guy like Nicky Holzken, his style is perfect. You can only enjoy the fight. So that's why my fight against Nikki Holzken was my best one.
yeah, I
And
agree.
a guy like Nabiev also, I was hell of prepared for that fight. I just wanted to knock him out at the second round, and that's what I did because I was very, very, very focused.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's funny because Holzken is the typical perfect Dutch fighter, so
Yeah,
clean, so sharp, pretty big for the division too. And
yeah,
Myrtle is like the opposite,
yeah. It's the
but
opposite.
but he's very good at making people fight his fight though. So he has some
What do you
on
mean?
skill. Like like when you fight against Myrtle, for example, it's very tough to look good
Yeah, it's very, yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
like
That's
he has a weird manipulation of rhythm. Like he fights so weird, and it's not that he's just awkward; it's that he does stuff that makes no sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Even
right.
physically, he's not impressive. When you look at him, he's like weird.
Yeah, he's a skinny ass, tall, with his legs longer than his body. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
It's very
but
weird.
he's very talented. Though he's good at what he does, but he just has that weird style. And so,
Yeah,
while we talk about him, so you fought him twice. You win the first time, you lost the second time,
yeah.
and normally you guys supposed to fight soon.
Hmm.
It's like the Habib Ferguson. It's never gonna happen the third time, like because it's been like there was like the COVID, there was like injuries
Injuries.
before,
Hmm. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
so I think from what I see from you lately, he is getting ready to sign the contract.
Yeah, they say now he almost signed the contract, but but I think he's gonna do it. I think I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing him. But I don't think he's the kind of guy to decline fight. He's still a great fighter. He's still a fighter. And he got it in his blood. So I think he doesn't gonna decline the fight, but just teasing. And I think, yeah, we're gonna make that fight happen soon in October. And but for me, he's gonna be it's gonna be like a huge huge difference between the last fight when they make me lost against him and the next fight we're gonna make. Because as when I said that I changed something, when I said that I want to knock him out I do. You know, I back it up. That's what I say. That's what I did with Nabiev, and that's gonna happen again with Myrtle because I say that I want to knock him out at the second round, and I will do it. You know, I will do my best, everything possible in my hand to do it. You know.
You know, it's funny because I was saying that to a friend of mine from the site that even though you fought 2 times, Myrtle he never really fought the Cedric Doumbe, the real Cedric Doumbe.
Yeah, the real
Because
one.
the
Yeah,
first time it was like your second fight.
yeah,
Then the second fight you look very drained by the weight cut, and that
yeah,
fight wasn't the best. But now since then there was like since you lost to Nabiev, there was like a huge shift
yeah,
in mentality.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, Mertelli has no idea what's what's
Yeah,
coming
what's gonna
for that
happen?
next
Yeah,
fight because that's the real Doumbe in his prime that he's gonna face
yeah.
in a couple of months maybe.
And you know what? And you know, from my first fight in Glory, if I can say, and from his, you know, from my first fight in Glory, from my first fight with Myrtle, you can see two different Doumbé. But from my first fight with Myrtle, it's still the same Myrtle. If you watch his
Yeah, of
fight,
course.
it's still the same Myrtle. But me, well, me, I really improve myself. You know, I keep improving myself each fight, and I think he's in trouble right now.
I think so too. And actually, you said very early in the interview, you said what makes you, for me, one of the best is that you said you can adapt yourself to every situation. And
Yeah,
it's true mentally, but it's true in your fighting style because you can fight backwards and or moving forward or moving backwards, but you can also like fight at the upper tempo or like very slow. It's as you wish.
yeah.
You're really the one who control the rhythm every time in the ring,
Yeah,
and that's the
and
most.
people can see that with those three fighters. When I fought Nicky Holzken, I was fighting stepping back. When I fought Myrtle Grona, I was street fighting, you know. And when I fought Nabiev, I was stepping in, and trying to knock him out, and I did. You know, it's three different style. You know, Nicky, Gronart, and Nabiev was very three different style.
Yeah, I remember that first Nikki fought that you mentioned. To me, that was what I knew you'd be big time. I was like, oh, I was high before just, oh my god, what? I was very because I was a big. I'm still a big fan of Nikki. I was like, yeah, he's very very impressive.
Me too.
And I remember the. I don't know if you ever watched that fight with the commentary from the Glory broadcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's
Which
like
one? You mean
the
my fight?
yeah the first one with Nikki.
And if I watch the commentary,
Yeah,
yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I have. With Alistair over
yeah. I know he's
and
his boy, so he was like giving him props.
yeah,
But I was like, when Todd Grisham, I think he was saying like that you were losing the rounds. I was like, what?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
because you know it was that old mentality that because he pressed the action,
yeah.
but
And it's
you
not
were
only
landing
because of
everything.
that. It's not only because of that. It's because of because that fight was made for Nikki. You know, they just put me in to make Nikki shine. You know, and there was there was very surprised because I was doing very good because I was nobody when I came. You know, I was nobody, and they were like, this guy is funny, but that's it. You know, he's funny, he's entertaining, and that's it. And when I started fight, there wasn't that convinced, you know. There wasn't convinced. There was like, yeah, Nikki is gonna wake up. And then the third,
Mm-mm.
the fourth, the fifth, it was like, damn, I think maybe we got a new champ, you know.
What
So
I
it
love
was
a lot about what you did is that with the end of Nikki and everything on social media, is that they believe they were just facing like a kid who's game
yeah,
who talks way too much, like, will never be able to back it up. And actually, you show the image of someone just talk a lot, but who's very smart in the ring. And I think Nikki was
yeah,
like, damn it. I did not
yeah,
expect to
damn
fight
it.
like someone who has so much ring craft IQ, who can understand. Like, for example, something you did very early, like he tried to corner you, and you just framed him and pivot to turn the position.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
okay, he knows how to escape the ring. He's going to be just fine if he keep kicking that leg, going to the body a lot.
yeah.
And you even landing the bigger shot all fight, like all those uppercuts.
No.
Yeah,
And
that
you know
was
why? Because before the Nabiev fight, when I lost, I wasn't, I don't want to say serious, but I I always train myself. I always train myself. I always did everything by myself. So when I was fighting, when I make my glory debut, even before, you know, I didn't have the knowledge for the weight cut. So my weight cut wasn't that good. So I couldn't I couldn't step in and try to knock out the guy, because if the guy survived, I would I would make myself tired. So that was I was afraid to how do you say accelerate to
To push the action, the pace,
yeah
to gas
yeah
yourself up. Yeah.
to because I was afraid to get tired. That's why. But after the Nabia fight, I was like, I make myself lose. That's because of me, because I almost beat the guy, but I was too tired because of the diet, the weight cut. So now I'm gonna take it very serious. I'm gonna take a diet and do it very seriously, and that's what changed everything.
But that's actually insane that you achieved to be a world champion in kickboxing without any strength and conditioning coach or like not even
Yeah,
nutrition. It's crazy, just on pure athleticism and talent.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
make it even more impressive.
But
But
now
yeah,
I got a conditioning coach.
yeah,
Only conditioning,
Valentino.
not a kickbox. Yeah, Valentino, but not a kickboxing coach or a fighting coach. I
Yeah,
do
but
it
you should
everything.
stay. You should stay like you are. Like some people, like I think often in fighting, like every combat sport, people who either write about the sport or people in the sport, they believe there's like one way to do the thing, but there's like 200 ways to do the
Yeah,
thing.
two
Everybody
way
has his
more.
own
Yeah,
way. Like some stuff
yeah,
don't work for some people, work for some other. And so for you, yeah, if it works like this, it works like this. But for
yeah.
sure, the weight cut is like a science. It's different.
Of course, of course,
Yeah.
very
But now you
different.
seem to have the weight cut down pretty easy.
Yeah, it's very good because now I'm 82. My
Whoa,
fight is in 1
70.
month and a half, and 3-4 kilos to lose. I'm good. I'm good. Before I was 82 in the fight week. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's like 70 pounds to lose.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like almost 5 kilos, 6 kilos maybe.
Yeah, yeah. 6 kilos to
Yeah, it's
lose
a
in a
lot.
week.
And so, how about your training? Do you still train 2 times a day? One in the morning, one in the night?
Yeah, when I prepare a fight in my training camp, I train 2 times a day, twice a day.
Did you train this morning?
This morning I train. This morning I train conditioning, and Saturday and Sunday I train once. Saturday and Sunday I train once. So I don't have a rest day. You know, my rest day are Saturday and Sunday because I train only once. Saturday is conditioning and Sunday is sparring day.
Okay. Yeah, so you have like a rest day, but it's like an active day. You just don't
Yeah, an
stop.
active
Yeah.
day,
All right.
because my body is like, when I take 1 day rest, I I gain weight. I don't know how to. Yeah, I have to stay active every day. Even if I do a little bit, but I have to stay active.
Yeah, yeah, like if you take a real day off, you will have trouble
Yeah,
starting
yeah,
back
yeah.
again. Yeah.
Maybe 1 kilo. Yeah, I don't know why, but so I'm afraid to stop fighting, because if I stop fighting, I think I'm fucked.
So in Paris, where do you fight? What do you train? In Nanterre?
I train in, Nanterre. Yeah, Nanterre is a fitness park. It's famous in France. Fitness park. It's like in Shen. I don't know how to.
Yeah, franchise.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a franchise, and everybody knows about it. And I train in Nanterre. So because I don't have a gym, I don't have a trainer, so that's I take a public gym, and that's that's weird. Like a world champion training in public gym, it doesn't get a gym and a
So how
trainer.
happened when you're at the gym? Do people, of course, they know you now? Do you have a lot of people asking you for advice, pictures, stuff like
Yeah,
this,
for
or
advices, for pictures, and yeah, and some people just come to
uh,
look at me when I'm training. So
but
that's good, but they respect a lot. So.
but you said something that's wrong. You said you have no coach, dude. I saw a video on Instagram. You have Coach Johnny, man.
Ah, Joni. Yeah, that's my only coach. Everybody can see it. Watch him on Instagram. That's my only coach. That's my only coach. My boxing coach. He got a lot of fight, 10 lose. He's very good.
When I saw that, I was laughing so much. There's also one video I saw from you from your training. I don't know where it is in Paris, and I don't want to go ever. It's like those hills, those steps that you
Yeah,
run through. I'm like, oh my god. I don't know how big it is, but it looks very, very. crazy
I
to watch.
like this kind of training because everybody have each person got his metabolism. For me, if I want to be good in the fight, if I want my condition and my power to be good, I have to do the hill. I have to run on the hill. I have to do the stair also. It's like interval training on the stair. And for me, when I do that, in the ring, I feel very good. I feel very powerful. So this kind of training for me is good, and I have big legs. So for me, I like this kind of training. I don't like to run like for an hour, for a long time. I like to run fast, to climb the hill, but because it's very short, but it's intense.
Yeah, like I don't know in English, but like the degree of the climb
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And so just to come back to some of your fights, like the Nabiev fight, which is your last one,
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. And actually, I thought the referee did a bad job, which fight should have been over after the first right hook, I feel.
Yeah, but it's not easy to be a referee as
No, no,
well.
no, it's super tough,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
But I was just saying, did you, because in the first fight, Nabiev, he kind of got you with a lot of knees and kind of did his own thing. As soon as he grabbed the double collar tie on you, did you knew that you could go with the right hook, or is it just like pure instinct?
Yeah, because that's my instinct. Because during my sparring, I was doing it a lot. Even today, when a guy throw a knee, I just block him and throw right after a hook or a counter. I'm a counter fighter. When you throw something, I'm gonna counter you. And everybody tell me the same thing when I do my sparring session. They say sometimes I'm afraid to throw something because I know you're gonna do something right after. You're gonna counter. And yeah, I didn't work it, but that was instinctive.
Yeah,
When he throw a knee, I just throw the right hook right after.
yeah. When I saw that, I was thinking about when you will move to MMA, the first dude who's gonna try to get you with a double collar tie is gonna have a big surprise.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, that's true.
Because of course in Glory we don't see that much a double collar tie, but in MMA we see it a lot for
Hmm.
different reasons. Easier to grapple and saw the people. And I was like, yeah, that's a good weapon against the clinch for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I really look forward to do my first MMA fight because I train a lot in MMA. I like it. Before I was like, no, bro, it's not for me. I don't want to roll in the floor with guys. It's weird. And now I'm like, damn, I like when I watch Khabib fight. Because I'm so into wrestling, MMA, BJJ. So I like the way they fight. For me, it's the real combat sport.
Yeah,
So
yeah. We can talk about MMA if you want. And
yeah,
so I think it was last year that you went to AKA for like a few weeks.
yeah. Last summer,
Yeah, because you went to UFC 241
yeah,
and
and then
went to see
I went to see
Habib
Nick Diaz.
Pettis.
Medjas against Peitis, and also Yoel
DC Stipe.
Romero,
Yeah, Costa and Romero.
Costa, and this is Stipe. Yeah,
Yeah.
was
Did you like it?
yeah, that was crazy. That was my first and my only UFC event as
Audience?
audience, and yeah, that was crazy. I was like, damn, it's gonna be me one day.
It must have been something when Ned Diaz walked out. There must have been like a huge pop from the crowd.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was crazy. That was crazy. Even when there was fighting, people was people was crazy. Everybody was crazy, and I was like, one day it's gonna be me walking into the octagon and knocking people out.
When you see guys like like Nate and Pettis, they are pretty respected veteran of the sport. When you watch
Mhm.
guys like this, when you see them strike, what do you think about it?
I think like that. I can wait. I can't wait to go and to show them what is the real striking. The real ground and pound, the real punches. Because a guy like Nate Diaz, he's his striking is bullshit. He's zero. And I'm like, how this guy can be in the top of the division with this kind of striking. And I'm like, I can't wait to come. Even a guy like Adesanya is good, but he don't have what I got, the KO punch, and his chin is not tough like mine is, So I'm like, I think I'm the best, I'm the best fighter for this kind of combat sport because I'm tough. I can knock people out. I'm powerful, and my fighting style is a little bit the same as Israel style, and I just got the KO punch, and my shin is very tough.
I'm gonna tell you who you remind me of. He's not a kickboxer.
Mhm.
Do you watch a lot of boxing?
Boxing,
Yeah,
the most famous guy I know about them, like Hamed Prince Nassim, Roy Jones. I like Roy Jones
that's the
Jr.
name of your dog. Yeah.
Yeah, Roy Jones Jr. And also I like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and yeah, for me, when I started combat sport, I was watching every day at Roy Jones Jr. every day, every day.
It's funny because Roy Jones and you can have like some similarities, like the crazy athleticism.
Hmm.
Like you by far the best athlete in kickboxing,
Hmm.
and also the creativity. Like for example, you mentioned Ned Diaz before, and sometimes something that drives me nuts when I watch MMA is when someone will like corner his opponent, the guy is walked, and
Hmm.
just keep throwing the same strikes over and over and over and over. So the guy
Yeah,
just cover in the high guard and it's fine. And like
yeah,
nobody switch with like body strikes to the head, come back to the legs, or
nothing
even
because they
just
don't know.
or even to feint through the combos. And like I remember when you finished Arut Grigorian or even Alan
Mhm.
Chason, everything you do, you adapt to it. Like even if you miss a punch, you will grab the neck to land the knee.
Yeah,
If you go 2 times upstairs, you will go down, stuff like this.
yeah.
And
Up, down, side, up, down, side, up. You have to, you have to change the switch targets.
like when you finish, no, it wasn't the finish. When you knock down Grigorian, you know that
Uh-huh.
he threw away the mouthpiece and
Yeah,
he went
yeah, yeah, yeah,
outside. That
yeah.
sequence, it felt like you could punch him forever because you have enough creativity and combo
Mhm.
possibility that you could do that every
Yeah, I
every
could,
day.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
like for people who watch this, we all go to the heavy bag just for fun. Me, after like 15 minutes, I'm out of ideas. I'm like, oh, what can I do anymore? But
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
it
yeah,
felt
yeah.
like you could go for 24
Yeah, I
hours on
can
him.
go. Yeah. It's like, it's like I did it when it's like I start fighting when I was when I was a baby, For me, it's just, I just, even without thinking, I just go jab, jab, hook, jab, hook. For me, it's just when he move, I adapt myself.
Well, when I watch this sequence and other sequence of yours, I always have decided this image that I see like a drum guy who will do a solo or like a guitar solo. I'm like,
Oh
but
yeah,
that dude is just going impo and he can go forever.
sometimes.
And that's the big difference between like many MMA fighters and people from kickboxing coming up. So of course, people they're gonna tell you this for MMA. What about wrestling? What about BJJ? But now you've been training for almost like more than a year and a half.
Hmm.
A lot of BJJ and wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of BGG. I do a grappling, actually grappling. So nogi
Yeah, Nogi.
BGG, nogi BGG, and also wrestling and MMA, of course. And I just improving myself. I already got natural instinct when I was wrestling, and they say they already say I'm good, without any wrestling lesson. They say you're good because you don't fall a lot, you don't fall down a lot, so that is very good. So now I'm just improving myself, and I can wait to do some some good fights to start to do my UFC debut,
For sure.
and to
Man,
show everybody
I
because
cannot wait.
yeah, and I
I've
know
been
that,
like,
everybody's gonna be in front of the screen when I will do my first MMA fight.
because you
Everybody
have the
will see
perfect,
that.
not only the skills and everything, you have the perfect also personality and to be like someone the UFC would like and back up with the way. And
Mhm. Yeah,
there will be like the hardcore fans that want to see you fail because you'll probably talk a
yeah,
lot and they will be
of
mad.
course. People
And
will be like, yeah, but this is not kickboxing. This is a completely way different sport. It don't gonna back it up and stuff and stuff. and you got the other side. People are gonna be like, I can't wait, like you know, I can't wait to see him to fight. You know, I can wait because I think he's gonna be great. He's gonna do great things in this promotion.
You know, like for example, when I talk with some people like about it, they tell me, yeah, but for example, what about if he start to overextend? I say, when does he overextend? Which you know, like, and for example, when
What
you
does it
fight,
mean overextend?
like for example, if you go like with a long punch, like you know that,
Oh, okay.
like your head is ahead of your feet, and you go
Mm-hmm.
fast. You know, only MMA fighter does that. For the kickboxer, like when Cedric punch, his hips are squared,
Mm-hmm.
so like you know, hanche carré, which means
Yeah.
that you know they are perfectly balanced. So it's very
Mm-hmm.
tough to shot a takedown on you because you're already ready to stop it.
Of course.
And
Of
like I
course.
believe you got everything you need to just get the underhook and stop it. And actually, we're talking about Adesanya, but in China, you fought Brad Riddell, you know, like years ago.
Yeah.
And he,
Adesanya was there, and
okay,
also I remember many times we fought in the. I think the those 3 times I fought in China, Adesanya was there. We were talking a lot. We did sauna, you know, sauna to lose weight together, and we were talking about his soon Glory contract because he was talking with Glory in that time, and yeah, he was there, and he was also in the Brad corner, you know, when I fought him.
yeah, I remember that I like that fight, but it's different Cedric from them, but it was a
Yeah,
fun fight though.
yeah.
But did you see Brad Riddell's fight in the UFC, or did you not have the chance to
No, I
watch?
didn't watch the fight, but I saw that he fought there.
Yeah, he did pretty well actually, and
Mm,
because he's pretty athletic himself, he's at lightweight now though. But
okay.
he fought like a very good wrestler. It was called Magomed Mustafaev, and
Mm-hmm.
he stopped almost all the takedown just by pure athleticism and getting the underhook, getting away, and start over. And so I was curious if you watch it because I think it will give you. You don't need confidence, obviously, but it will give you some more validation that
Okay.
it's something you can do it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and so just about do you watch now a lot of MMA like the UFC? Do you
Yeah,
follow
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
very
watch a lot of
closely?
MMA, like closely, but only interesting fight, you know. And also sometimes I follow UFC and I watch when they put old fights. I used to watch the those fights on YouTube everywhere. I watch yeah MMA fight and
Is
my eyes when I watch when I watch MMA today, my eyes are different, you know, different as before because now I watch it like I watch everything underhook. I watch takedown defense. You know, it's very completely different.
except of Habib that you said you like to watch, is there
Mhm.
someone that you watch, either old fighter or not, doesn't matter, that you really
Of
liked?
course, I watch Connor because he's striking and then his foot movement, his feet movement. I watch. I used to watch John Jones. Other fighter I like to watch in. Sometime I was Israel and yeah, that's it. And I don't really, I don't have like a favorite fighter in
Yeah,
MMA. I just watch. I like a lot of when I like when he's a fight a striker against a wrestler. That's what
yeah.
I like to watch. You know.
My favorite fight is a wrestler against a striker.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
Jose Aldo against Chad Mendes too. That's my
Oh,
favorite fight.
okay. I have to watch.
It's only my opinion, but in my opinion, Jose Aldo is the best MMA fighter there ever was. When he was in his prime, it's crazy. If you have the opportunity to watch some of the fight,
For you, Jose Aldo is the best ever in
yeah,
MMA.
yeah, nobody can touch. In my opinion, that's only my opinion. I get
Why did you got this fight?
against Petroyan, his last fight.
Yeah, not only his last fight, but if he's the best ever, you know,
Yeah, like when he was in his prime, I said. Like I think he
oh,
reached the peak, the highest. And also he
okay,
defended his belt like 9 times in the UFC. It's huge. Like,
okay,
and it just that is some he lost some big fights like against Conor, against Max Holloway. But even he's not that old. I think he's 33. It's just that body wise, he's very old. Like physically, he's not the same as he used to be. But like if you watch him when he was 25, 26, he has perfect takedown defense, perfect footwork. I don't think he ever touched the fence with the back of his back as good
mm-hmm,
as his footwork was. Like he's
mm-hmm.
one of the only one that can be very evasive with the footwork. He had crazy leg kicks. Well, I could speak forever, but to me,
Which
it's
fight do you advise me to watch?
So Jose Aldo versus Chad Mendes 2.
Chad Mendes. Okay, 2. Okay.
And you can watch all of them. Like the first one against Frankie, the second one against Frankie Edgar.
Okay.
Because like that's Frankie just wanted to close the distance, land some punch in the pocket or get the single leg.
Mm-hmm.
And Jose just played with him all night.
Okay.
Just
Frankie Edgar and Chad Mendes 2-2.
number 2. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And okay, I wanted to say that. I told you the boxer you remind me of, but you didn't say it. It's
No.
Pernell Whitaker.
Oh, I don't know him.
Pernell, he was amazing because he's probably one of the best defensive boxer ever.
Mm-hmm.
And he could fight on the back foot and on the front foot a lot. And on the inside, he was insane. And he had a crazy chin too, like you. So he was like he could fight everywhere in the ring. It doesn't matter. He was like a good puncher himself. And he just had that swag that you have to. Like he was very game. And he was always like not talking shit, but he was talking freely because he was confident about his skills. That's the difference.
Yeah.
And when I watch you, I always think of Pernell. I'm like, oh, if there's one fighter I can connect, he's him. He was insane. And
he's Southpaw.
yeah, the only difference is that he's southpaw. Yeah, that he was. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Oh,
But he was amazing.
Yeah. That's the same style, huh? Boom, 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 boom.
He was amazing. But people at first they see the crazy slip of the jabs and everything. But when you get all the fight, he's just good everywhere. He was a beast.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was just but he's amazing. So yeah,
Okay.
you only have 2 more fights with Glory, right?
What do you say?
With Glory, your promotion, normally you only have 2 more fights in contract, right?
Oh, it's not about fight. They're gonna keep me busy. It's not about fights. It's about
the date.
It's about the date. Yeah, the date. So I think against October 2021, but the contract can get break before. It depends of what is going on.
So,
wow.
Do you think you fight Myrtle, you knock him out, and then you take 1 or more 2 more fights, and then you go to MMA directly?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make 3 fights and then go to MMA. Yeah, like the first one is gonna be Myrtle, and then the second one Nabiev. Oh no, Menchikov or Amisha, and then maybe Nabiev again, or I don't know.
Do you think Glory will be done for your last fight, like not a title fight, just a special fight to fight Kishenko?
I think so. Yeah, if they got a lot of money to make, if
that will do some numbers.
Yeah, it's the guy. Yeah, I think they can do it because in my contract I got 1 super fight in option I can do. So yeah, I think they are able to do it, and if they can make a lot of numbers. So.
Okay, one last question. When you're gonna turn to MMA, do you only want to fight UFC, or are you interested in other promotion? Like I was thinking, ONE FC in Asia, they do kickboxing and MMA. So I was like, maybe Cedric can fight like Petrosian and also do like some MMA fights, or do you just want to go UFC and never go back to kickboxing after that?
Before like 1 year ago, I was talking about one of my dream is to after Glory. One of my dream is to compete in a promotion, and it's like people can choose who they want me to fight. Like, let's choose who do you want me to fight. You want me to fight Canelo? Okay, I go to a boxing match and I fight Canelo. Okay, next one. Who do you want me to fight? Do you want me to fight Conor? Okay, I go to MMA and I fight Conor. Who do you want me to fight? Do you want me to fight Nicky Holzken in kickboxing? Okay, let's go to kickboxing. People choose which combat sport they want to see me. And what you're saying right now with the ONE FC is that's the schema. The schema is always closer to my dream, because ONE FC they do kickboxing, they do MMA, so maybe the audience can choose who they want me to fight, and then I go to that combat style.
And they did sign some very good kickboxer lately, like City Chai,
Marat
Grigoryan.
That's not my division. My division is Varian Ersel, Nicky Holzken, but the welterweight division in one championship is very very empty. They only got two fighters, and that's it.
I was gonna say so far. Of course, Grigorian is lightweight, but I mean they are trying to buy a lot to get a lot of
Yeah,
good
yeah.
fighters. So maybe in a few months, yeah,
And
they
if
could get
Cedric
like
Doumbe go to one championship, everybody's gonna follow. So yeah.
yeah, you're the money fight in that game. Yeah, all right, Cedric, thank you so much for doing this interview today. That
Thank
was a
you.
pleasure for me to talk with you. Hopefully, we can do it in the future before your fight or after. Doesn't
Of
matter.
course. Of course.
And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you to invite me, and can't wait to do another one with you.